Oh my god, why is it so dusty? It's some real age shit for sure. That's so crazy. Got the goods. Honestly, I'm so over being so anxious about like my food choices and if something's healthy enough. I feel like 2020 is a difficult year, so like let's be gentle with ourselves and let's create long-lasting styles for ourselves. Like no more restricting ourselves and beating ourselves up for eating a freaking donut. Hey everyone, what's up? So it has been a while since I've talked to the camera this way. If you missed it, I did post something this past Sunday, kind of just explaining like where I've been, why I took like a 3-month break from YouTube. Just kind of gave like an update, like what my plans are for the future with my channel and things like that. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I will put the link in the description box and you can go check that out. But today we're doing a what I eat in a day. This is kind of based on like kind of what I'm doing to continue my like fat loss overall health journey. I'm gonna take you through my whole day, all of like my supplements and my little like beverages that I've been drinking, and talk a little bit about why. I'm also going to do another what I eat in a day in a couple of weeks that's gonna go very in depth about like what I'm eating and why, and I'm gonna have it related to like my autoimmune disease. So I think that might be interesting for some people. So today I might not get too deep into the reasons why I'm eating what I'm eating, but either way, the overall theme is that this is what I'm eating to lose fat. I don't want to say lose weight because sometimes you stay the same weight but your body looks completely different, so just keep that in mind. It's actually like 1:20 now. This is the first time I'm showing my face on camera, but I have recorded what I've eaten so far today. It's just my day's been a little bit weird. I'm not used to having a schedule again, like having stuff to do, and we stayed up way too late last night, so I woke up a little bit late. I'm just a little bit behind, but it's fine. Everything's fine. First thing, I wake up in the morning and I have my water glass. This is a 1 liter like mason jar. This jar comes to bed with me every night. I take like a sip of it to take my medication before I go to bed, and then a little bit of a sip when I take my medication in the morning as well. And then I'll go into the kitchen and I sprinkle some Himalayan pink salt in it, and then I drink like 500 milliliters before I put anything else in my body because I'm just trying to rehydrate from sleep. Next thing, I have this turmeric like golden milk latte with ashwagandha. Trying to learn a little bit more about adaptogens, trying to kind of like balance out my hormones. I've been feeling a little bit off and weird. I'm having a lot of like morning fatigue problems, so I've been having this with some coconut milk, and it's just like a little bit of like a good fat source, something to fill my stomach so I can get my workout going, because I don't really love eating first thing in the morning. Even though I'm hungry, I just like don't want to eat. Does anybody else have that? Like I'm hungry, but this the idea of eating in the morning is just like not my thing. So I like to at least put something in my stomach to like coat it, calm me down for a bit, hold me over. In this particular day, I also had some fruit to go with that. Again, just like a carb source to get me ready to do my workout. Since I am behind schedule today, I did start these things a little bit late. So right after I did this, I actually ended up making breakfast. Normally I would do some kind of exercise first and then have breakfast, but it's a little bit behind and a little bit extra hungry. So I ended up making this really good pumpkin pie French toast. We got some fresh bread this week. I'm just gonna cut to that clip here and kind of like explain what I'm doing. Okay, so this was super easy. I have the bread, I put a little bit of coconut oil in the pan, get it heated up. I have 2 eggs in a bowl. You could probably get away with 1 egg if you're just making this for yourself, but I also made breakfast for Chris today. So I did 2 eggs, I just added some coconut milk, kind of just eyeball all of this stuff. I personally like a pretty thin mixture so that it doesn't like coat the bread and make it too soggy. I thought I had pumpkin pie seasoning, but I couldn't find it, so I just made my own little mixture of, I have cinnamon, I have allspice, clove, and nutmeg. Again, I just kind of eyeballed that, and then I added some fresh like pure pumpkin puree. Mix that all together, add a little bit more milk because I wanted it a little bit thinner, dip the bread in it, put it in the pan, do both sides until you are done. I like mine a little bit more done. I don't really like soggy bread. And then I have some organic, like Ontario maple syrup. Guys, if you have not tried real maple syrup, I'm a Canadian. This year is the first time that I have bought maple syrup and tried it. Like this whole time I've been doing like Aunt Jemima's, Mrs. Butterworth's. It's game changing. I always find syrup's just like a little bit too sweet for me, so I like to use a lot less. But the maple syrup has just such a mild flavor that just feels more like, I don't know, it's just like velvety and real, and I don't know, highly recommend trying it if you can get your hands on it. And then I added just a little bit of coconut whipped cream, ate that, it was super delicious. It gave me some really good carbs for my workout, just a tiny little bit of protein from the bread and from the egg mixture. Got some good micronutrients from the pumpkin. Yeah, so I ate that, I waited a little bit, I had my pre-workout, I didn't film that, just I mixed my pre-workout and I did my workout. I'm doing the 10 rounds program on Beachbody right now. It's a boxing program and I'm loving it. So good, so much fun. It's such a like mental and physical challenge for me. And then just really quickly, you'll see I mixed a scoop of protein. I meant to only mix half of a scoop because I had just eaten breakfast and I was going to be eating lunch very shortly, so I just kind of wanted a little something. I accidentally made a whole scoop, so I just drank half and then I gave the other half to Chris. That brings us up to now. I showered and got myself ready and I'm gonna go make lunch. If you can't tell, I am like a little bit rushing. I don't know why I did this to myself. So I'm just gonna make a super quick, like whatever kind of lunch. I mean, my version of whatever. I'm a little bit like picky when it comes to food and I prefer like real meals. So yeah, I don't know. Let's go do that. Okay, so I just like came and hid in our room to show you what I made for lunch because Chris is on a call right now, so I can't be like talking in the living room, but it's fine, this works. So I just threw lunch together really quickly. I didn't bother filming it just because, like I said, I am in a bit of a rush today. This only took me about like 20 minutes to make, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just literally the most simple thing. I have a pork chop there. We've been getting Butcher Box, and by getting I mean we got 1 month of it and it's about to renew for next month. I love it. The meat is all like local. The beef is grass-fed, grass-finished. The chicken is local, free range. It's air chilled instead of like frozen in water or something. I don't know, but it just makes me feel better about my meat consumption. So I've been really liking that. It comes in like individually sealed, like vacuum sealed packages. So I cooked some just like fries in my air fryer because I was gonna do potatoes. Do not have time for that today. We had fries, and honestly I'm so over being so anxious about like my food choices and if something's healthy enough or not. I don't typically like to do like prepared foods like this very often, but I do like to throw it in there sometimes. It really helps like soothe cravings. If I eat things like this, then I am so much less likely to want like fast food or something later. So it's kind of like a win-win. And then I also have some like broccolini and some Brussels sprouts that I just put on a pan in the oven at 425 for like 20 minutes or so. And they're all nice and like soft and also crispy. And the pork chop, I did it in a pan. I seared it with some seasoning, and then I ended up finishing it on the same pan as the vegetables in the oven because they're quite thick, so they needed a little bit more time to cook. But yeah, that's lunch today. I have to go really quickly. I need to edit. I have to get this whole video done by today. I should be able to, but I also kind of want to enjoy my Friday night, so we will see what happens with that. Okay, so it is snack time. Please excuse the lighting. I'm still like trying to figure out this camera and also this apartment. I cannot wait until next year when we move and I get a nice bright apartment that is hopefully facing lots of natural sunlight. I'm gonna quickly put together a snack. I can't talk too much because Chris is doing a happy hour with work, so yeah, fun. Okay, so gotta make this quick again. Chris still in his happy hour. First, water. This is my third one. It's just filled to the top. I'll probably sip on this for the rest of the night. So far I've had just over 2 liters. This is my greens. It is the Bloom supplements by Mari. You can find her on Instagram. This is so good. It tastes just like matcha. I really like it because she fits a bunch of like antioxidants, some like adaptogen blends, a probiotic blend, like some digestive enzymes, and the secret ingredient is matcha. So this just tastes exactly like a matcha. It's so nice. It's that Greek yogurt ranch. And then I have some of those like mini bell peppers. I put cream cheese just in 3 of them, like with a piece of salami. I'm like super into salami right now. So we got some vegetables, some fat, protein, some yummy stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to editing. So we have a little bit of a plot twist. I was supposed to cook dinner tonight, but then it just, I don't know, some stuff happened. I was behind in my day, like I mentioned earlier. I still have like a lot to do for the video, and I'm pretty busy all day tomorrow, so tonight's really my only chance. So we decided that we were gonna like order food and like go out and pick it up just so we can kind of get out of the house for a second. Toronto keeps having a lot of new cases of COVID, so they are kind of like scaling it back down kind of to like the beginning of quarantine type restrictions. So we're just trying to like get out while we can. Chris is getting the Taco Bell wine.
It's called Jalapeno Noir.
Jalapeno Noir. So we're going to Taco Bell like in North York. We're driving like 30-40 minutes away to get this wine. It's like limited release, and it happens to be pretty close to Yorkdale Mall, which is where the Cheesecake Factory is. We haven't had that for like a few months, so we decided to place an order for that. We're gonna pick it up on our way back home, so that's super exciting, and I'll show you that once we take it back. But yeah, that is the update. You get the goods?
Oh,
Show me it.
secured the bag.
Oh my god, why is it so dusty?
I don't know.
It's some real age shit for sure. That's so crazy.
Also, it's actually from a winery, just so everybody knows. It wasn't actually made by Taco Bell.
I'm sure they'll figure it out. We've got the goods. Okay, we're home now. So we picked up some cheesecake. We're gonna bring these home to Chris's mom and nanny tomorrow. The lighting's not great, but this is Chris's. It's the like spicy chicken pasta thing. Here you go. This one's mine. Doesn't look that great on camera, but it's so good. The chicken Riesling. So it's like bacon, mushrooms, onion, good sauce, and grilled chicken. Angel hair pasta is what I asked for. And I also got like a side of broccoli. I didn't realize it was like a cheesy broccoli. That's exciting. Okay, so it's like 11 at night. Chris and I just spent like the last like hour or two playing Ticket to Ride. We got it from Amazon today, and it was actually so fun. We never do stuff like this. We just like watch TV because like what even is life right now? This is actually such a nice distraction. Usually we sit down at night and we have like some snacks, and I try to resist the urge to have like junk foody snacks and try to have something a little bit more like beneficial to my body. But every night we've been having magnesium, like the natural calm. It's just kind of like nice. It's warm and like bubbly and sweet, and has been like helping us sleep, so that's been good. And then I'll also do, I know this is kind of weird, but I'll do like a tablespoon of sauerkraut at some point throughout the day. Usually I end up forgetting, so I do that at the end of the day. Then I also do like a cup of bone broth for some gut health. Well, it is another day, the next day, and I just wanted to come on and talk quickly, just like recap my day yesterday of eating and just kind of wrap it up from there. So I don't know if you noticed, but like I'm trying to be very, very relaxed with what I'm eating. So I may not have specifically talked much about how certain things like contribute to fat loss, but the biggest thing for me is eating foods that are supporting me, that are soothing my cravings and things like that, so that I'm not wanting those things so badly that I just like want to binge and say screw it, I'll start again on Monday. I haven't had that kind of situation happen in like many months. Usually if I have something like bad, I'll pick right back up again where I left off on the next meal or the next day, whatever I want to do. The perfect example of that is like, I think Monday last week, Chris had a day off and we decided like, screw this. Like, I'm so sick of like trying to have any kind of structure in my life. I just want to like screw it for the day and like eat whatever I want, do whatever I want. And like, I kid you not, I did that for one meal, breakfast, and it wasn't even crazy. I had like a BLT bagel from Tim Hortons, and I think like a donut. And immediately my body was like, okay, thanks, let's have some vegetables for lunch. And it was just so natural. And I think that's what's so important, is you really want to create this lifestyle that's literally like gonna happen for the rest of your life. Last night we got the Cheesecake Factory for dinner. It was a Friday night. It was a fun thing to do. I don't ever expect for the rest of my life to never eat meals out. I love eating meals out. I love takeout. I love going to restaurants. I don't ever see myself removing chips and candy and chocolate and things like that because it tastes so good. Maybe one day I will, like maybe naturally that will happen, but I want that to happen on its own. I don't want me to tell myself that I can't have those things. So by eating the way that I ate yesterday and like being like, okay, so I want to make sure I get some fat in this meal and some good carbs, some good energy for my workout so I don't like burn out, and I want to make sure I'm getting protein and micronutrients from vegetables and fruit and fiber. Fiber's been a big focus for me lately. Just all of those kinds of things. Like, you want to think about that more so than, oh, this is too many calories, this is too many carbs, this is too much sugar. Like, just kind of like reframe your mindset. So I don't know if that helped you at all. I really hope that you took some good tips from it. I feel like 2020 is a difficult year, so like, let's be gentle with ourselves and let's create long-lasting like lifestyles for ourselves. Like, no more restricting ourselves and beating ourselves up for eating a freaking donut. Like, I cannot believe that this is the world that we live in. Like, I can't believe that this is what I've dealt with for so long. But yeah, anyways, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I really hope you enjoyed this. I have lots more to come. Next week we have a really fun video. Chris and I are gonna be taste testing like all of the pumpkin products that we can find in Toronto, as your basic white girl does. And yeah, that's that. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss that. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.